while unrelated to this video, I just wanted to say happy 5th anniversary to Project 06. Yeah, this time 5 years ago, Demo 1 actually went out. I still remember it like it was yesterday, mainly because I was trying to post the E3 explanation video around the same time. It's amazing to see just how far we've come in 5 years from Demo 1 days. Back then we literally only had 2 stages for Sonic. Now we have Sonic, Silver and Shadow's campaigns, with the last episode and boss release on the horizon. So yeah, happy anniversary Chaos X, and here's to the next 5 years. Hey guys, Volcano the Bat here, aka Gyrocycler. So I wanted to make this video to basically clear up some things. By itself I thought, well, it doesn't really warrant its own video, but with these together I do think this works, just one. When we got the E3 trailer in the 25th anniversary soundtrack disc, while we didn't actually get the real E3 trailer that was played at the convention, we did get a trailer that was official. What we got was basically an English trailer played at a later convention, but to my understanding it definitely wasn't the E3 trailer.
Stay close to me, my love. You've taught me that life can be revived with a smiling face. The meaning of my destiny can be changed for your love. I can rule the world, my love.
So, for the second thing I wanted to address is in regards to a music video I posted on the soundtrack channel a while ago. You may have heard this music on the 06-2005 teaser of the game. Because this is what mainly got it over a few K views back in the day. But after the video went out, I quickly realized that this is in fact not the music that was used in the in-game teaser. The real track has yet to see the light of day, which is why I'm actually working on a bit of a remake for that track. I can't promise that it'll be finished anytime soon, but depending on the results of other projects that I've seen in the works, I might speed things up. But it wasn't just for that reason that I unlisted the video. Back then I wasn't sure if I should put the 06 logo on the video, since it isn't exactly 06 music, but it was dubbed on top of 06 footage, so back then especially I really was going through a bit of an existential crisis whether or not I should have the logo or shouldn't have the logo, and if I didn't use the logo, what to use instead. In retrospect, looking back on that, I still wouldn't have put the Microsoft logo on, so long as it is clear that it is from the Microsoft presentation back in 05. And ever since the full Overdrive music has been released, I have been sure to make that clear in the videos I've posted. But with all that said, I still do see the occasional upload by other YouTubers stating that this Microsoft music was the official music for the 06-2005 teaser, which couldn't be more further from the truth. As I said, it was dubbed on top of the footage, but it definitely was not the in-game music for that teaser. Elements certainly are similar, with the drums specifically, so I can kind of understand why for that reason the two tracks have been seen as the same, especially with the dubbed footage being the more popular in views. But yeah, to be crystal clear on that, the Overdrive music was merely stock music Microsoft used for their upcoming games of 2005 and 6. The real Sonic 06 2005 teaser music has never been released, and has yet to see the light of day. To really distinguish between the two tracks, when Sonic's being fired at by the egg gun, this is the Microsoft presentation music. And this is the real 06-2005 teaser music. For me, I just look out for the Here We Go Again sample that's used in Wave Ocean as well. Because I guess that to me really does cement the fact that it was composed by someone that worked on 06, as opposed to while epic drum music. Nothing that sounds like it was directly from the game. So yeah, I hope that clears that up. For the third and final thing I wanted to talk about, lately I have been revisiting a lot of my old videos to either update them in titles, descriptions, adding them to playlists, all that stuff. And I came across a comparison I made a few years back regarding the beta version of the opening cutscene, the prototype version of the opening cutscene, and the final version. But what caught my eye on this was the fact that I actually called the now prototype the template version, and another version the prototype. So in retrospect, with me re-reacting to the prototype version video, dubbing the trailer version of the opening cutscene as Beta 1 and Beta 2, how does that fit into the context of this comparison I made a while ago? So okay, Beta 1 has the alternate opening shot. This same version has a green Chaos Emerald that Elise holds, different takes for some Eggman lines, Sonic in a fiery environment looking at the camera, and the silhouetted Silver. Beta 2 has the final opening shot with the subtitle The City of Water Soliana, which also has some very mildly different lights in the background. Beta 2 has the green Chaos Emerald that Elise holds compared to a light blue later on. And this same version we still haven't received footage for. While it does show a scene of Silver non-silhouetted in Crisis City, I'm pretty certain now that that is a different cutscene, because I believe Beta 2's version of Silver finding Sonic in the opening cutscene would have looked like this. Now, I thought I was tripping when I first saw this, but then when I compared it to how literally any other version of this scene looks in the final or the prototype, there is no guardrail. This might seem ridiculously minor to most, and fair enough in which case, but to me this totally cracks the case of Beta 2 being different to any of the versions after, be they a template or prototype. My belief is that Beta 2 has this version of Silver finding Sonic, but with the guardrail in front of him. Whether he says, "I finally found him, the Evil's Trigger," or not, remains to be seen for the same scene but in Crisis City, especially since he literally has no lip sync, but the subtitles are still there. Now you might be asking, if Beta 2 has the guardrail in front of Silver at the end of the opening cutscene, is Silver supposedly finding Sonic in Crisis City non-silhouetted still a part of Beta 2? For now, I'm going to say that it is, but definitely take it with a grain of salt as far as it being a part of the same cutscene goes, because there is certainly a good possibility that it could very likely be an alternate version of Silver's opening cutscene, but in which case I would still title that as Beta 2 and the silhouetted version Beta 1. So, to recap, to make it as crystal clear as possible, Beta 1, alternate opening shot, different takes for Eggman's lines, a green Chaos Emerald that Elise has instead of a light blue, Sonic in a fiery environment, silhouetted Silver. Beta 2, semi-final opening shot with Soliana subtitle, more notable lights in the background, different takes for Eggman's lines, green Chaos Emerald, Sonic in a fiery environment, and a guardrail in front of Silver, as well as the non-silhouetted Silver in Crisis City, whether that's a separate cutscene or not. Prototype version, no subtitles on the opening shot, new extended shots showing the gondola and the dancers, the bottom left Blur Studio watermark, Galaxy Quest music, no Iblis flash forward scene, Bella Hudson as Elise, Elise's light blue Chaos Emerald, I'm Sonic as opposed to I'm Sonic, Sonic the Hedgehog, and a non-guardrailed building with Silver finding Sonic, fading out much sooner compared to the final. That is still being titled the prototype version, but an even later version that's not the final version, I'm now dubbing as the template version. This is actually a very rare version of the cutscene. I only found one copy of this on YouTube, so it kind of is rare, even though it pretty much is the same version as the prototype. But for this, it pretty much is the same deal. Same opening shot, Galaxy Quest music, no extended shots of the dancer and the big gondola, a much bigger Blur Studio watermark at the bottom right, still no Iblis flash forward scene, still Bella Hudson for Elise, still a light blue emerald, still no Sonic the Hedgehog dialogue, just the I'm Sonic as opposed to I'm Sonic, Sonic the Hedgehog. And because this is more closer to the final version, also no guardrail for the building that Silver's on where he finds Sonic, and like the prototype, this also fades out sooner compared to the final. So yeah, that is the template version. Pretty much the exact same as the prototype version, but you can see how they were starting to get it even a little closer to the final. And then of course the final itself. Darker lighting, dimmed lights, no extended shots, Iblis flash forward to the future, Lacey Chabert as Elise, light blue Chaos Emerald, I'm Sonic, Sonic the Hedgehog, no guardrail where Silver finds Sonic, and a much longer final scene before the fade out. So, finally with that all said and done, I really hope that clears up these new pieces of development, if you will. It's not exactly a whole lot of amazing news, but like I said, I just wanted to kind of make things a bit more crystal clear in case people go back and watch my old videos and get confused. I think I'll probably redo the comparison eventually, because unlike other videos where I can just edit out where I say beta when I should be saying prototype, and vice versa, this literally has the text falsely saying template rather prototype, and prototype rather template. And on top of that, the editing is a little bit messy. And on top of all of that, there's no audio from the cutscene itself, it's just all been dubbed on top of with music. I also wasn't a fan of the fact that it kind of just played everything from start to finish instead of really comparing each individual scene. I mean, it did its job for when it was released initially, but I still would like to go back and have all the scenes directly compared to. I really do hope in the future we do get a better quality version of the template version of the opening cutscene. Same for Beta 2 or Beta 1, but I think at this point there's probably more chances of us getting either Beta 2 or more so the template version. If we ever do tap into the territory of either Beta 1 or 2, I'm still going to view that as a goldmine. And that shouldn't take away from the template version if we ever do get that. But obviously, yeah, there's a lot more meat, a lot more content that hasn't been documented fully with Beta 1 and 2, not to mention a whole lot of scenes that haven't been revealed in those versions of the opening cutscenes. But I really am still curious about the whole Silver and Crisis City versus Silver finding Sonic in Soliana. Looking at the final version of Crisis City that we got, as far as the setting goes, I could buy that that would take place immediately right after Silver's in Crisis City in Beta 1 and 2. That lighting just seems to fit. It's as if it was made for it. Whereas the final version of Silver's opening cutscene that we got, I could almost buy that that would merge into Flame Core in a sense, because of how far he warps into the horizon, but of course more realistically how PO6 has done it, transitioning to a nighttime version of Crisis City instead. But that's the thing, because we didn't get that, because we got a more daytime or sunset-esque version of Crisis City, not just from E3 but all the way to the final, I really can't help but wonder if the pre-rendered cutscene version of Silver in Crisis City was meant to transition to the Crisis City that we got in the final, and if so, was he really looking for Sonic at one point? Could we have potentially gotten Mephiles in Blur Studio fashion? Because let that sink in for a second, we've never actually seen Blur Studio pre-render Mephiles. Every time we see him in a video cutscene is pre-rendered either by Sonic Team or in-game recorded on the PC version, again by Sonic Team. Anyway, sidetracking aside, I hope that clears up everything regarding all the different versions of the opening cutscene. Same for the music regarding the TGS05 teaser of the game. Thank you guys for watching, hope you all enjoyed. Till next time, have a good one, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.